Hi guys, it's Alice again. I have got some crafty time today, so I thought that I would share with you how I made these mini file folder binder mails. So I might just do this in a couple of parts. I'm going to first show you how I made the cover, and then I am going to come back probably in another couple of videos, I'm not sure yet, and show you how I decorated them and filled them up and stuff like that. So this is part one. This is going to be just how I made and covered the binder for these. So I'm just going to pop those aside. I just received my scrapbook.com and Sassy Scrappers orders of the bits from Maggie Holmes Heritage, and I thought I would do a heritage version one using some of this collection and also some vintage bits and pieces that I have. So I'm going to move that aside. I just went and picked up a few more of these little folders. So the spine is about 1 inch, and at this stage they are about approximately almost 11 inches by 9 inches, the cover, and I just cut them down. So these other ones are approximately 6.5 by 8.5 inches, and I am just going to do it this way. I think if I cut this much off, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that makes it about 7. I might just do 7. Yeah, it's easier to just do something that you can hold right against the edge, hold it in place, and then I am just using this cutter knife, and it takes quite a while because this plastic is quite thick. So I'm going to just show you how I'm pressing this really hard, but also trying to hold this ruler against it, which is sometimes a little bit tricky because it is slippery. So you've seen how I'm pushing it really hard to try and get through that. I'm just going to take the ruler away now because I feel like there's a big enough dent. I might just take that here, tie from my wrist, and then just keep going through it, like put the knife in the gap, and there you go, got that bit. So I'm going to do that around the other edges, and I might probably do this in fast forward because that's pretty boring. Okay, be back soon. Okay, so that has taken that bit off, and then I am going to find another ruler like this one and take a piece off here. I'm just going to go in about 1/4 inch and take that much off. So I would just do this softly to try and get the groove to go through. So I've gone out to the edge there. Okay, as you can see, that was a lot harder than it should have been. I cut it on an angle, so I had to cut it down, and then it's fine. It's not the easiest stuff to cut, I don't find. I find that my ruler, maybe if I had a ruler, some kind of grip on the bottom, but it like slips and stuff. So anyway, you can actually use scissors. Well, you probably could use scissors right from the beginning, but I can definitely use my scissors once I've trimmed, once I've gone through it a couple of times with my craft knife. You just need to like even off these edges a wee bit. You can round the corners if you want. If you had like a crocodile, like a big crocodile corner chomper that makes your corners nice and round. You could definitely probably use that on this, but I did it with one of them, and I feel like I don't want to do it again because it wasn't that easy, and it was a little bit weird, but I quite like the look of the rounded corners. No, I'm just going to leave this one straight. So you've trimmed your folder down. Now the next thing you need to do is pick some paper for the front and the back. I'm just going to try and flick some of that off because it's coming off, to cover the front and the back. I just leave the spine as it is, but you could totally cover the spine as well. So I'm just going to measure what this has actually ended up being, which is 6.5 by just 7 7/8. So I'm going to go through my stack of paper from Heritage and see what I've got that I can put on the front. I might put something simple, just maybe some plain paper on the back. So at this stage I'm just going to do this front cover. So let me find the stack of papers and decide what I'm going to use. So probably not that one because that's the specialty paper. I want something that is sort of subtle that I can layer on. I could quite like that spot. Love these bows. I love that one, but maybe I'm going for yellow, but I feel like I want something a bit more subtle. Maybe that one. Love this, but it's quite dark, so I'll definitely use that on the inside. Something like that. I did think that maybe I could use this on the front. So I could move that out of the way. These new papers are confusing. This is usually on the bottom, but I think it's on the top now. You know, maybe do something like that. So this is and decorate up here, or you know, do it different. Yeah, I think I'd do that. So I'm going to trim this down to just under, so I just leave a little bit of a gap on the end. I don't actually mind this darky grey colour with this collection, so I don't mind a little bit poking out. And I'm just going to go trim this down on my trimmer and sew around the edges a couple of times, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have sewn around this bit and this bit with this gorgeous mustardy thread that I got from the shop in Greytown that I absolutely love called Jet. It's cotton and steel cotton, and it is beautiful. And I wasn't actually going to use it, but it's the perfect colour for this, so I feel that I will. I am going to attempt something else that I probably shouldn't do, but I am going to do some mixed media on this little section here, which is what I did in the background here on this one, and I really love how it turned out. I'm in the middle of doing Pop Fizz Paper's summer crafty camp, and we are doing mixed media week, so I'm just feeling a little bit like doing a little bit more. So I'm just going to put a little bit of gesso, and you're going to see that I have absolutely no mixed media tools. I'm going to use my little silhouette ruler to just scrape a really little amount of gesso on this. And this is not really even working because this desk that I use is like an old office desk, and it's got like a little hole thing where you, I guess, used to put your computer cords through, and it makes my cutting board have a lump in the back, which is not ideal, and sometimes I don't want to really cover up that stuff, but I'm really not known, so don't follow me for any mixed media lessons, apart from if you want to learn how to make a mess. So I'm just going to put that on there, scrape it off a bit. This just gesso just sort of protects your protects your paper. So if you're going to put wet mediums on the top like paint, it stops it from warping or going through. It just makes it a bit stronger is what I think. It's like a primer for your face but for your paper. Okay, so I'm in there. Okay. I feel very nervous about this. I have poured out 3 colors of paint here, like a really, really light purple, a light purpley pink, and this peach color, because they are what I have. This is like from a $2 shop somewhere. This is some pink lemonade water-based acrylic from Spotlight, and this is a Martha Stewart one that I found in a little shop near me. And I have got this brush that I just picked up today from where I got these folders from this little emporium for $2, because it's got quite wide strokes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lightest color, because I feel that is what I should do. I don't know if that is what, I don't know if this is dried properly, but let's just attempt this together. So that's going to be very subtle. Just put a big hair on it. You can barely even see it. It's almost white. That was probably a waste of time. I will try this pink next. And I'm just doing really light strokes with a little bit of paint. This brush is still dry. Obviously it's got the paint on, so it's not completely dry, but I'm just trying to let it still have a bit of texture and just add a little bit of color to this white section. Oh, I don't really want my... I'm really not sure this is doing anything, guys, but let's just stick with it, and then maybe I will put a few of this peachy color. I've got some water in this brush, and I'm just going to sort of mix it up and make a bit of a watery, watery solution. Guys, I just have no idea what I'm doing. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I'm just gonna do a few splatters of that, and I feel like I just want to do a few more bigger ones. And I'm going to, I'll stop saying I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's quite obvious. I'm just going to sort of dab that up a little bit, some of it anyway, and then just leave some little splits. Not really what I was going for, but oh well, it's fine. It just gives a bit of colour. I'm going to heat that up with my heat tool, and then I will probably splatter a little bit of gold on there. So I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's move that over to the side. Put that paintbrush, we'll move these bits over to this pile over here. I'm just going to wipe down my desk. Let me dry this and I will come back. Okay, sorry, I went away and then I accidentally sewed these doilies on, and then I had to leave the house, so now it's probably like a whole different lighting and setup. But anyway, I sewed around the edge of the page, and then I actually just went and grabbed a couple of these vintage doilies that I have, and I just laid them on top of each other and sewed the top, and then sewed around here and did a couple of little lines, which I didn't show you what I was going to do, but I just did that. So I'm going to trim them down from this side. But now it's just really up to you, however you want to decorate it. But I will go through it with you, what I'm going to do. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Just take those wee scraps away and figure out what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use this Life is Lovely, because I feel like that'll fit there really well. And then I went in, fussy cut a little bit of this from one of the papers, and a couple of other little bits, that I thought I might put on. And I have a couple of these little ruffles that I've made with some paper, so I thought maybe I'll put one of those on there, and then I might pop this one up on some foam and then pop that on the top. Okay, couldn't find any more, but I found some of these, so I'm just going to use these foam tabs to pop this bit up a bit. It's just like pre-cut double-sided foam tape. So I just want to, I'm not sure if I want to pop this up 2 times or just the one, but I'll see how much this pops up. Okay, so what I might do is, apart from that bit, I'm going to pop them all up a double, because that one there is going to sit on top of this. I'm just going to keep the front quite plain for now, and then I'll just cover the back, and then I think I will do, the next part will be the inside, the next video, which I'll put up. Hopefully I'll keep doing these, but I'll just split them into small bits, because otherwise it will be a really long and boring video. Put those over there. Okay, so I'm going to just glue this on the back, and because I'm probably just going to layer some little leaves and stuff underneath, I won't do too much gluing on the edges yet, because then you can't fit anything in underneath. Okay, so you could just pop this up on this foam tape, or if you've got foam, it's sort of easy to do big sections of stuff like this one. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this foam tape. Although it does stick all right, it just could always do with a little bit of extra. Perfecto. And then I this is fussy. Oh, whoops. This yellow flower is fussy cut from another one of the papers. This Maggie Holmes collection doesn't have her usual amount of florals in the die cut pack, as far as I can see, but I haven't actually opened it yet. But I just cut the yellow ones from this paper and the peachy ones from this paper. And this little blue one here is from the sticker book. So I'm just going to pop that in there. And then I thought I would just put a few of these little leaves, which are clear stickers, but I think I will be able to just sort of pop a couple in to give it a little bit of just because, to add that in there. Oh, and then I feel like I just want to go like that. I might just pop this up on a little bit of this foam, just a single layer, because it is going to be the front of a book, so you don't want it to stick out too far. This glue is getting quite thick now, and I need to keep it up the other way, so yeah, I think I'll play around with that a little bit more, but I think that is enough for now. Sorry, I've just got that glue all over my fingers. Okay, so now we get the folder wherever I put it, and I'm just going to glue this piece here on the front and this piece here on the back, and then this piece is actually a piece of very, very pale pinky purpley paper from the, what's it called, the Sunny Days project pad. So I just thought that was quite nice for on the back, and I'll just put a little something down here. Okay, so now I've got the front cover all finished here and the back cover, and I'm going to attach them onto our book here. So I find that the best way to attach these is with double-sided tape. I've got this stuff here which is quite strong. I just sometimes find that the glue doesn't really adhere that well, but so just I use this double-sided tape and I put it all around the edges. And I'll put some in the middle. And I'll do that to the back too, and then I'll just stick them on. So I will let you watch that and fast forward. Okay, so here is the front cover. It is, I'm thinking, almost finished. I'm probably going to add a bit more detail at the end. I feel like it needs something up there, but I have no idea what. So I'm going to leave you here, and I will start a new video to show you how I decorate the inside covers and start making some goodies to fill it up. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like this video if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Feel free to ask any questions, and I'll see you back here shortly. See ya.